Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Roberto. It's so good to chat with you.
Thank you. Nice you're here. And today we go to speak about the your workshop here in Italy, in the Retreat Monferrato, and just to have a little bit overview about the workshop, but also speaking a little bit about you in general. And I have the first question for you. Just tell us who you are and how you first got it in this world.
Thank you. I'm located in the United States and I actually live in northern Wisconsin. So I was just chatting with Emma about how I live right on Lake Superior. It's a big, beautiful lake. And so it's cold here now. But I got into the practice of yoga actually through I was an athlete in high school and college, and I played volleyball for a long time. And then I dealt with several knee injuries and surgeries, and that led me to yoga asana. And I think that's how a lot of people get into it, get into the practice of yoga. And then as I deepened my studies, I realized there was a lot more to the practice than just the physical poses. And then I was hooked. So I've been practicing yoga for almost 10 years now, and it's totally changed my life.
Great.
Yeah.
I have another question. Was there a specific moment or experience that made you realize this should be your path?
Mm. I think once I had been practicing for a few years, I was in college at the time, and I was young. I was in my early 20s, and I felt it quite lost. Like I didn't really have a sense of direction. I maybe was unsure of where I wanted to go with life. And yoga really helped me come back to center and like check in with myself and move from a more embodied and grounded place. So I would say in my early 20s, I caught on quite quickly that this practice was for me.
Good, nice. And let's see now a little bit to speaking where we go now also is a little bit connected to the workshop.
Yeah.
And I thinking, for example, what philosophy or core principle guide your work today?
Mm. Yeah. So when I'm teaching, a lot of the ideas that I work with when I'm teaching is that I want all students who come to one of my classes to feel a sense of curiosity rather than expectation in their practice. So a lot of that looks like bringing the students back to their own sensations in their body, uh, working with um, a philosophy from Baba Ram Dass of loving awareness. So this really compassionate awareness rather than being too harsh on ourselves. So we notice everything, uh, even if it's like anxious thoughts. If you're feeling, not so good one day, we welcome it all, and we move with that through our yoga asana practice. So I really hope to bring that into our workshop and our retreat at Retreat Monferrato, and have a space where teachers can be students again and just get really curious and drop into their own yoga practice again.
Thank you, Sydney.
Yeah.
And along your journey, which practice or teaching have influenced or transformed you in the most?
Mm, yeah, God, there's so many teachers. I think being a teacher means also being a student your whole life. Like we're always learning. The biggest teachers, the most influential teachers that I've had are Christopher Perkins in Yandara Yoga Institute. Um, he's taught me so much about yogic philosophy. And I also studied with the Red School in London. And that was a school and program around menstrual cycle health. And what that taught me was tuning into the rhythm of our own body as people who have menstrual cycles, and just really becoming aware of each cycle, each phase of our cycle and how it changes throughout the month, and how we have different powers and gifts. So just like really such a culmination of different teachers and practices. I like to think of it as like a cross-pollination of all my favorite teachers, and then bringing their wisdom and teachings into my own style. Yeah, I love that question.
And how will you describe your approach to people who are approaching this world for the very first time?
Yeah, I would say if this is someone's first time coming to a yoga retreat, or maybe even seeking continuing education after their first yoga teacher training, this week at your retreat center at Retreat Monferrato, and these 5 days of training is a really nice blend of relaxation, but also deepening your studies and having an opportunity to take workshops. So I would say in that way, it's a lot more approachable. It's not so intimidating. It's not like the typical maybe grind of a regular YTT. There's a lot more spaciousness to enjoy Italian culture, and also time to just drop in and be a student again and just get to enjoy learning and also your own practice.
And what is design about this workshop? Here we're thinking about, if, of course, this workshop is related to the teacher.
Yeah.
But this teacher, you think, is the people who have already some experience. How the teacher can, take some, let's say, profit to do this workshop? What will be your suggestion to them?
Yeah, so this retreat, like you said, is for someone who has already taken a yoga teacher training, and this could be like a brand new teacher. You could be a seasoned teacher and you've been teaching for a long time. But these workshops will really work to refine the language that you use while you're teaching, because it's so important as a yoga teacher. Our voices and the words we're saying are so influential to the kind of class that we're offering to students. And it creates a certain feeling, the words that we use, no matter what language we're speaking in. And so these workshops specifically will really hone in on the words that we're using. We'll talk about formulas for the cueing of a posture. We'll talk about how to cue anatomical like refinement in a pose. We'll talk about when to cue an inhale versus an exhale, and then get to put that into practice and work with the other teachers, and just build some like practice and experience within it. So I'm really excited about that.
And that's a really good point. And I think it just now is coming in my mind, because for sure this workshop is really connected to yoga, but we decided in somehow together to do this in Italy, because we give also to them, for sure yoga will be a big part, but also we have some idea to give some experience related for Retreat Monferrato and some other exercise can you do in the workshop. You want to just explain or give some idea of how you was thinking to develop everything in this way?
Yeah, so we'll have, obviously the yoga classes, which you spoke about. We'll have morning and evening yoga practices with workshops, but hosted in the most beautiful location at your retreat center. We've been working together a lot with like Emma and you and Letizia, thinking about how to infuse Italian offerings. So I think we have a pasta making class on the schedule, some wine tasting. Your retreat center is, and maybe you could talk a little bit more about this, but it's a restored 14th century monastery. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct, Sydney. Yeah. And I think this is, I can say to the people here as actually this is an old monastery, and decide to transform this location in a retreat center and focusing really to yoga and to other therapy. And let's see, our place is really focusing just in that. And the listen to your word also is coming something really important for us, because we think here you can get the connection and inspiration. One part is for sure to the yoga teaching part, but the other part also to breathe, to be connected with the nature, to have this opportunity also to feeling something for you. Quindi it's also relaxing in somehow, and that's what we try also to give to the people coming here. Quindi all the team is just working to support and to give really the let's say the really the good moment, to enjoy the moment of the people come here.
Yeah.
And then maybe Sydney, about that come one question for about because here, like I say, here the nature is really important, especially Monferrato, and how the nature play a role in your life. How you be connected to these parts.
Yeah, I love that. I think I completely agree. Nature is so important, and for me, it creates being outside. And for me, I'm up here in northern Wisconsin, so I'm out in the woods, like big pine trees or next to the lake. And nature allows my mind to quiet. When I'm inside, kind of rushing through tasks or doing computer work, it's like it's so easy for the mind to be quite busy. But when I intentionally take time to be outside in nature, everything gets a little more quiet, and it allows me to drop in. It allows me to connect to my creative side. And I think what you touched on, being at Retreat Monferrato, is going to be so important as having, this aspect of a training, but also a retreat, because we're more able to learn and drop into that creative side when we are feeling well rested and really held by that nature, and also the container that you and your staff are creating for us. So I'm so excited to experience the nature there. But yeah, I think up here where I am, it's like it's woods, it's swimming in the lake, it's taking my dogs for long walks outside, and yeah, it's really gorgeous.
Yeah, that's nice, because I think is the nature also here is make really important point, because the people can be outside, can walk outside. We have a 35 kilometer you can walk in without any problem in the nature. But on the other side, we have also the point about the wine, the food, and we can, for sure, we can go directly to the winery where we work together. We take a degustation. We can enjoy also what is the Italian style. And I think this is something like also important for the people to learn also about the culture here. And this is something like we want to give also to the people.
Yes, I love that. How would you describe Italian culture, like, I know there's so much to know and to experience, but if you were to describe your favorite things about Italian culture, what would they be?
I think Italian culture is can be connected in somehow in the food, in the way how the people feeling the time. For example, you spend at the table on the restaurant or to eat, but in the other way also to the art, and also connected to, I think, the sun, because we need to say that Italy was always remember about this, the light can you see here, about the sky, and friendly. I think the people are friendly for
Mm.
sure, and you have a different type of approach to spend the time. Sometimes the time here goes a little bit more slowly. Let's say the people are not so in stress every day, and that is also help to slow down easily here.
Mm.
Okay.
Sounds incredible. I can't wait to be there and experience it.
Thank you, Cindy. And
Yeah.
I think you come.
Yeah.
Just to closing, I don't know how you feel, not feel, let's say, we need to see the last word to the people to join our events. Let's see, because I
Mm.
want to say to join our events because it's something we build together. Let's see how you want to, not advertise, but what is your feeling now to say to the people to come?
Yeah, I would say this retreat is for yoga teachers who are just ready to be a student again. Like as yoga teachers, you give so much and you're pouring your heart and your focus into creating a really nice environment for your students. And it's so important to take time for yourself again to fill up your own cup. And what better way to do that than to enjoy an Italian late summer retreat and drop in, be a student again, learn, but also rest. And I think if you're feeling a call or like a little tug to come, listen to that and reach out to me. You can message me, you can email me, you can message Roberto or anyone on your staff, and we're here to answer your questions. And we'd love to have you. I think it's going to be a really great group of teachers that come.
Thank you, Sydney. I want to also me close with something. The people maybe see behind me the monastery. You remember, this is a place where you can be here because that is the place where, for example, we spend our evening together. And
Mhm.
and what I say, we are here to support, but also we are here to, let's say, to welcoming everybody. And
Mhm.
I quite sure that with Sydney we got to do really incredible things, and the people will be enjoy a lot.
Yes, I totally agree. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you, Sydney.
Yeah, thanks, Roberto. It was so good to chat with you.